I got to know Hug Your Baby a few years ago, and I helped translation of the Hug DVD into Japanese. We have begun showing the DVD to mothers. They all love it, and they are so surprised that their babies can communicate so well. In Japan, according to Ministry of Health, our exclusive breastfeeding rate is not very high. 50% at the beginning, 40% at 1 month, 35% at 3 months, and 25% at 6 months. Now we have small family size, father, mother, and children, and social support in the community is not very strong. So mothers are accustomed to searching the internet and getting information from there. So now we are planning to integrate the hard resources, breastfeeding roadmap handout, and newsletters into our work. These resources will help them understand how their baby will grow and change over the first year of life, and what breastfeeding challenges they might meet. We expect that showing the DVD, using the roadmap handout, and distributing the newsletters will build mothers' confidence and promote continued breastfeeding.
I have my own private practice in lactation consultancy and a training center in breastfeeding. We train both professionals and parents. In the Netherlands, we have a special healthcare system when you have your baby. When you had your baby, a kraamverzorgende, and I'm really sorry, but we cannot translate this word because we are the only country in the world with this profession. So this kraamverzorgende, a professional, comes to your house until the baby is 8 days old for 3 to 8 hours per day to take care of you and your baby. You would expect that our breastfeeding numbers are great, but 75% of the moms start breastfeeding. It's down to 29% after 3 months and drops even to 18% after 6 months. So we were looking for ways to improve these numbers, and we came across Hug Your Baby. In June this year, on a hot summer day, they presented their program to a group of lactation consultants. And in this group there were a lot of aha moments. We finally understood why babies do what they do and how they need to calm down sometimes, or need to settle themselves. What are the ways of sleeping? And we immediately thought this is something that more professionals, more parents should know about their babies. So we kind of adopted the Hug Your Baby program. We will spread the word to as many parents and as many professionals as we can. And of course we hope the result is happy babies, happy parents, and happy breastfeeding times.
I think what helped me most is one of the steps that Hug uses is to describe what the baby is doing. And when they're anxious, so they tend to think negatively of what the baby is doing. But I find that when I describe what the baby is doing, and I tell them, this is normal, your baby is doing great, this is what they're supposed to do and all that, they respond better, and that helped a lot.
Because the parents don't know what is normal, so they always think that most of the baby's behavior are abnormal, and that distress them a lot. So with understanding what is normal, then they can go on their life with more happiness, and they know that they have done something very good by breastfeeding.
And you had a lovely story about using that hug technique we talk about broadcasting.
Yeah, that was very interesting. I was going to see a couple with their first child, and it was their 5th day. And the husband worked from 7 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. Was just waiting for the baby to grow up so he could play football. I mean, this was just a time had to go pass through before they grew up.
Yeah.
And the mother was sitting next to me, and I was holding her son. And I showed the mother that by calling name, the baby would rotate and look at her. And I hoped that it did in the alert state. And it did. And the husband had chosen to sit behind his partner over on the right, quite away from the room, in the room, but a long way from the little group we were in. And I looked at the corner of my eye and I could see him creeping around with his chair to get really close and looking at me. And I said, maybe if you try it. And baby turned his head and looked straight at him. And the father was delighted. And then took the baby from my arms and started engaging. And I hadn't seen him do that.
A great example of
Yeah.
how the baby really captured
Yes.
the parent, if we can
Yeah.
facilitate
And for that couple who were working to bring up a child, it was really important for the mother not to feel that she was on her own.
Yeah,